फ्रेंड्स, योर रिव्यू सनी के साथ में आपका स्वागत है। आज जो मैं रिव्यू करने जा रहा हूँ वो है वन ऑफ द मोस्ट एंटिसिपेटेड मूवीज of 2016 and it is one of the widest release of Bollywood, that is 4,800 screens only in India, and that is Salman Khan's Sultan. To give my quick take, I would give this movie a power-packed, adrenaline-pumping and a touching 4-star rating. It's an inspiring journey of a wrestler and a touching love story. Salman Khan's entry in this movie is one of the best of his recent times. And then this movie is a combo of emotion, fun, humor, and a fully power-packed, full-to entertainer which keeps the audience engaged and tangled throughout the runtime of 2 hours and 48 minutes. And this movie has emotion that will touch the audience, and that is when you see Sultan, for each time you will wait for his rise, and when Sultan rises the audience goes woo and whistling, and that's the power of Sultan. So I would say do not hesitate. I give this movie a yo guarantee, so walk into the nearest cinema halls and watch this movie this week.
और यूं लगाया सुल्तान ने दो सुल्तान।
And now to give you a quick overview on the story, this movie is about a crazy young man, that is Sultan Ali Khan, who falls for this young, tough and beautiful Arfa. But then one fine day his self-respect is shattered because Arfa rejects his proposal for the fact that he is a man with no motives in his life. And that's when he feels very much humiliated and takes up a challenge to be someone very famous. And that's when his hard work pays him and he comes out to be a undying and tough wrestler. And that's when Arfa apologizes to him and they marry each other. And then success follows Sultan, but no sooner in the race of being very successful, Sultan's personal life gets shattered. And that's when Arfa leaves him and he leaves boxing. And then he lives with a hope that Arfa would come back to him someday. Years pass, but Arfa doesn't come back to him. But a business tycoon, a businessman, approaches Sultan after a few years and asks him to come back into wrestling. And this time it's not a traditional kind of wrestling, but it's commercial kind, which is a mix of martial arts and a different kind of wrestling. And Sultan takes up this challenge this time with a purpose, and he gets trained by Randeep Hooda, and he comes out to be the unbeatable in that series. But now what is the purpose behind him going into this kind of commercial wrestling? And does his love story with Arfa continue, or it gets finished off right there? And all these questions which are striking your mind will be answered when you walk into the nearest cinema halls and watch this movie this weekend. Now the next segment, that is few reasons to consider watching this movie in the nearest cinema halls. The first default reason would be Salman Khan, and I think this is one of the most common reasons why everyone would opt watching this movie in the nearest cinema halls. And the second reason would be even Shah Rukh Khan fans have a reason to walk into the cinemas and watch this movie, because there is a sequence in the movie where Salman Khan appreciates Shah Rukh Khan and says, "Do not make fun of Shah Rukh because I love him." And then coming to the third point, this movie is a combo of entertainment, action, and emotion, and it will touch your hearts. So I think it's an ideal choice for a complete entertainer this Eid. And then coming to the fourth point, this movie has a very good screenplay and a very good plot and a story to keep you tangled throughout. So I would say even if this movie is at the runtime of 2 hours and 50 minutes, this movie won't bore you, but this movie will keep you engaged. So I think this would be a reason why you would consider watching this movie in the nearest cinema halls. And then coming to the last point, that is performances. I would say this movie is not a typical Salman Khan movie, But Salman Khan has given his best. His aggression, his attitude as a wrestler is commendable. And coming to Anushka Sharma as Arfa, she's been cheerful and she is tough as a wrestler as well.
सुल्तान ठहर जा, सपने देखना अच्छी बात है, पर कई बार उनके पीछे दौड़ते दौड़ते ना अपने पीछे छूट जाते हैं।
मरने जिस पहलवानी का गुरूर था ना, उसी ने मन ने पटका है।
Now, a few reasons why you would not consider watching this movie in the nearest cinema halls. The first one would be if you're looking for a fully-fledged biopic, and then I would say this movie is not a complete biopic because only the prime character is being inherited in this movie, and all the other facts which are shown in this movie are fictionalized and do not resemble anything in real. And then coming to the second point, if you're not among those who likes to watch sports drama, then you're not going to love this movie because this movie is a complete sports drama and it goes around revolving on the fact that wrestling is not a sport. So if you're not one among that target audience, then you're not going to love this movie.
पसंद है। तू यहाँ पहलवानी करने आया है रोमांस? खुद को शाहरुख खान समझे के?
शाहरुख खान का मजाक मत उड़ाओ। मुझे बहुत पसंद है। जब वो लड़की की आंख में आंख डाल के देखे ना, तो अंधी लड़की भी पट जावे।
Last but not the least, the final verdict of this movie. I would say it's a worth watch. It's a pura paisa vasool movie, so you can walk into the nearest cinema halls without any hesitation and get inspired by Sultan Ali Khan and his undying spirit. So that's all for today. And with this note, this is Sunny Fernandez signing off. Thank you, one and all. And before I sign off, as I always say, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Your Productions, and find my written reviews at yourviews.com or yourreviews.blogspot.com.